In this video, I'm going to show you an awesome card trick which is very easy. There is a bonus at the end waiting for you, so stay tuned. So this is a completely shuffled deck of cards. I can even ask the spectator to go on ahead and shuffle these cards for me as much as they want. So suppose the spectator shuffles these cards for me as much as they want. So now these cards are well shuffled. Now I want the spectator to pick a card because let's see this card trick of course. So I just shuffle like this and he has to say stop in order for me to pick a card or he to pick a card. So right here, okay. You want this card or you don't want this card? Because if you don't want, I can just lose it in the middle of the deck. So do you want this card or you don't want this card? Okay, you don't want this card, okay. I'll just put it in the middle of the deck. We'll just do it again. So, right about here? Okay. We'll take this card out. You want this card or you don't want this card? You want this card. Just remember this card for me. Okay? So this is the card. I'll keep it on top. And then I'll just lose this card in the middle of the deck. This card is now lost somewhere in the middle of the deck. I'll just do a little shuffle as well. Just in order for this card to be lost very nicely. Okay. So the card is lost now. But if you want me to perform some more cuts, I'll just cut this deck as many times as you want. Just don't say stop in the middle of the card. Till then, it's okay. So I'll just keep on performing cuts until you tell me to stop. Here? Okay, so I'll just stop here. You want this card or you don't want this card? Okay, one more card? Okay, I'll just do one more card. It's fair now, right? So, what was the card? You remember your card, right? Yeah. So what was the card? Was it Jack of Hearts? So I just want to tell you guys, this is a very easy card trick. Very easy card trick and it fools everybody. It just works on the principles of false cards and shuffles, which are some of the basic principles used in magic. So now for the tutorial. So in this tutorial, I am going to teach you some very easy false shuffles and cuts that you can do. So this is a very effective tutorial if you want to say it that way. But I'll request you to grab a deck of cards and let's start. So first of all, you need to learn this riffle shuffle thingy. Is that you riffle these cards like this and then you just make a bridge and get these cards to collapse together. So the basic principle of a riffle shuffle is that you take about half the deck from the top, but the top card of the deck, that is this card, remains on top. So if I take these two cards or half decks as you might say and shuffle them together, this Jack of Hearts stays on top, and then you can just push them together if you want to, instead of doing the riffle bridge. So your top card stays on top only. Now for the second false cut. This requires no sleight of hand. So just see how I do it. So you take the deck in one hand and you take this finger and just keep this deck on the other hand like this. So this is called a swing cut. So you hold the deck like this and then you put your finger right about here and cut about half the deck onto this other hand and then hold it like this. This is what is called a swing cut. So in a normal swing cut, we'll keep the deck about here like this. So the card, which is this card, is lost in the middle of the deck. But when we are doing the false cut, we want to give the impression that we are doing a swing cut, which we are actually not doing. So when we take this upper half portion of the deck, which has the card, the Jack of Hearts. We take this card and instead of putting it on top, we put it on the bottom. So when I do it in one motion, it looks like this. And the turning of the hand or moving of the wrist sells the illusion that we're actually doing a swing cut. So you just have to do like this. It's that easy. So just keep on doing like this. And after a few tries, it will be perfect. Now for the last and little bit of sleight of hand, false cut. So this false cut is done like this. It requires a lot of swing cuts, but other than that, there's nothing more to do. So like this, in this false cut, the deck stays intact and the top card as well. So we have the Jack of Hearts still on top. So I'll just do this false cut with the Jack of Hearts face up on top, so you can actually see how this cut is done. So we do a swing cut like this. That's very easy. Then we do another swing cut like this, but we hold a pinky break. See, this is called a pinky break. When you just stick your pinky in between these two gaps, but they will not notice because their attention is here. When you throw these two cards down and then take the cards from the pinky break like this and put them down. Now you can do this as many times as you want. Like, just do it. And when you practice it for a little bit of time, you'll get perfect. And a card, the Jack of Hearts, stays on top. So now let me explain this false cut a little more deeply. So hold the deck in this grip. Take this top finger, do a swing cut. Then put your pinky here like this. Do another swing cut and put this deck on top like this. Now this is third deck. We put this down, then take this deck, put this down. Our top card is still maintained. Now how much deck is left, that's the way it depends on how many you can do. Either you can just do like this and they'll not even notice, or you can do one more, like just keep on doing it till how much deck you have left. One advice from me will be that you take a big portion of deck when you are doing the swing cut in the first time. That will help you much better. So hold the deck in this grip like this. Take the first finger and just do a swing cut. Another with pinky break. Remember the pinky break. Or some people do the pinky break like this. That's also okay. And on the top, you need to hold the hands like this. So I like to do it this way. And then you need to use these three fingers to keep the deck aligned so that it doesn't show on top. So I'll just do it again. So this is the completely shuffled up deck, let's say, with the top card that we have always maintained, the Jack of Hearts, and I'll just do it. So first swing cut, pinky break. Second swing cut, drop the third pile, drop the second pile. Now you want to do it again or not? It's your choice. It depends on how much deck you have left. So one swing cut, pinky break. Second swing cut, make these three fingers come up, drop the third pile, drop the second pile, drop the first pile, and fool them. So I'll just do it in super slow motion without saying anything, so you can just observe it. So if you do it slow, they'll realize, but after a few times of practice, they will know nothing about it. So I'll just do it fast. So that's what the false cut looks like. So now let's do the whole sequence of these false cards to make the other person believe or fool him to create that Jack of Hearts magical movement. So first of all you want to do is do this false cut, which actually looks like making the card get lost in the middle. Now after this, when you're done doing this, you can do anything you want, but I prefer to do the riffle shuffle so that the card gets lost much more in the middle, right? And then you can just push it. I'm not doing the riffle bridge, but you can just push it. And then lastly, when you say to stop them anytime you like, you can do the last false cut, which actually sells the illusion of a swing cut. So these are the simple false cuts that make this elaborate magical movement come true. And now for the bonus. Enjoy! So this is the bonus performance. I'll teach you an extra style or variant in which you can perform this trick. And it makes this trick 100% more better. Like double better. So let's just learn it. So first of all, you just tell them to pick any card at random. Suppose this card, the 10 of clubs, right? We'll take this card, the 10 of clubs right here and keep it here. Okay? So you just do some false cards, false shuffles to make them believe that you have actually lost the card in the middle of the deck, right? But you know that it is on the top, right? So what you want to do now is you have to do a double lift. So basically a double lift is you go through the cards and you take the top two cards and then turn them over. So I'll just do a double lift. I'll just go through the cards and here I've dropped two cards and I'll just turn it over like this. So this not the card, but they don't know that yet. They think that we have done a mistake and they become happy. But then when you get the right card, they'll go mad. They'll just freak out. So let me show you how it's done. So I have two cards face up because I had cards like this and I just did a double lift. I just took two cards and I turned them over like this. But they'll think it has one card. So I have two cards right here. The fake card and the real card below it. So you just drop the cards like this. The ace here and the 10. Once you are done, you show them. Is this your card? And act like you have just performed a miracle and something like that. So they actually believe you. Is this your card? And they'll go, no, that's not my card. No, that's not my card. And they'll just start to be happy. But then what you do is then you push this card up like this. And then you perform a color change, which makes it very nice. And then you do like this. And slowly. And then you just breathe into it or just do something. And then you say, oh, I didn't think that. This was a card, right? And they'll just absolutely freak out. So let me show you how I did that. The card that they have chosen is second. And this is the fake card. So basically, what you do is that you push this card up like this. So you have a little space for this card. So you want to cover this action by the palm of your hand. So you cover it, and when I'm covering it, what I'm actually doing is I take this card down like this till it's rid of this like lining or something that it gets stuck here. So you get like here, and under the cover of my palm I just push it up like this. You just take your palm and then you just push it up like this. So now it's pushed up. You take your first finger from here and you push this card a little bit in, and then you have your finger. And when you're just doing it like this, both the cards are going in. And now the 10 of clubs is on top, which is their card. So I'll just show it to you again. So this is the fake card and this is the real card. So you show them the fake card, being very excited and all. And then when they're looking at you, you just do this. You make this card come over on top like this. But they should not see this card. They should not see this card or this color change will fail. You have to keep your palm on top of it the entire time. So you just take this card out like this put this 10 of clubs on top and then push both the cards together in like this. Push both the cards in, but you do it in the palm. And when you have done it, they just see the 10 of clubs and they'll freak out. But you want to clean up this mess. You know there's the second card which is face up and they know how it's done then. So what you do is, then you turn the wrist, you take this card and show it to them. When they're enjoying the movement that you have created, the magical movement, they'll see the card and they'll freak out. And then when they are enjoying the magical movement, you just turn this card over. It's not that difficult. You have the cards like this. It's called a turnover pass. So you have the card on the bottom like this. You just turn it like this and they will not even know what happened. So basically, I'll just show it to you again. The fake card here and the real card here. So when you have done the color change, you just turn over the hand. Otherwise, if you do like this, they'll see this card. So you turn over the hand, you take this card and put it here. Believe me, they won't even notice that you have turned over the hand. They'll be so excited. And when they have done, you just hold the cards like this and then under the cover of your hands, like this, under the cover of your hands, just turn this card over like this. Just turn it like this. But if you do it like this, with the cover of your hands like this, they won't even notice. And now, it's okay to show the cards. But if you want to do a little bit more cleanup, you can just cut the cards once. So you can lose this card in the middle of the deck. And they'll actually think that you're a magician. And you can do real magic. And then you can show the cards, everything examinable. And they won't know how the trick is done. And they'll be very happy. So, if you want to impress someone with this trick, please practice it. And if you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Peace out.